additional
Trump increased
25%
India
tariff
tariff.
on India, taking the total tariffs on Indian imports to 50%. The decision, according to Trump, is a direct punishment for India's continued purchase of oil from Russia, a move the White House sees as undermining US-led efforts to isolate Moscow. Speaking in an interview with CNBC, President Trump didn't hold back. India has not been a good trading partner because they do a lot of business with us, but we don't do business with them. So we settled on 25%. But I think I'm going to raise that rate quite substantially in the next 24 hours. And he followed through. On Tuesday, Trump signed an executive order which invokes broad powers under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, citing India's purchase of Russian oil as contributing to the ongoing war in Ukraine. The order states that such trade indirectly fuels Moscow's military aggression. It also expands the scope of Executive Order 14066, originally issued in 2022, which declared a national emergency in response to Russia's actions in Ukraine. Now, that emergency has been extended to target countries indirectly supporting Russia through oil trade, India being the first. The language is strong. I find that the government of India is currently directly or indirectly importing Russian oil, the order states, adding that imposing tariffs will more effectively deal with the national emergency. The new 25% duty is in addition to any other existing tariffs, unless exceptions apply, such as under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act or specific exemptions listed in recent executive orders. India, in a fiery rebuttal, has condemned the move as economic coercion. The Ministry of External Affairs pointed out the hypocrisy, noting that both the US and EU continue energy trade with Russia, despite publicly calling for isolation of Moscow. A senior Indian official said, "We will not be bullied into changing our sovereign energy policy. Our economic relationship with Russia is built on strategic needs, not ideology." They also cited India's position as the world's fastest-growing major economy, arguing that the tariffs risk damaging a vital global growth engine. This executive order gives broad discretion to US agencies. The Secretary of Commerce will monitor other nations for indirect imports of Russian oil and recommend similar actions. If retaliation occurs, the President can amend the order and raise tariffs further. Trade analysts warn this could derail future trade deals and damage long-term cooperation between Washington and New Delhi. Areas like defense, technology, and Indo-Pacific strategy may suffer setbacks. In the short term, Indian exporters face immediate uncertainty. Sectors like textiles, electronics, and pharmaceuticals, already hit by global slowdown, now face a 50% tariff wall in the world's largest consumer market. As the US hardens its stance and India doubles down on sovereignty, this could signal a larger geopolitical realignment, with India possibly leaning further into partnerships with Russia, China, and the BRICS bloc.